Welcome to this short introductory video to our open Interfaith Health Science Center Zoom Sanctuary Inspirational Gatherings. The next one is on the 19th of October, noon Winnipeg time. Is there any remover of difficulties save God? Say, praise be God, He is God. All are His servants and all abide by His bidding. The confluence of holy souls. In Islam, The Journey of the Soul by Sheikh Shahid Hassan. Because so little knowledge was available, most Muslim scholars considered any discussion concerning the soul to be taboo. And so this avenue of knowledge remained almost closed within scholastic circles in Islam. Most famous of the few works written on this subject was entitled Kitab al-Ruh by Ibn al-Qayyim. Contrary to his normal approach of scholarly research, guided by the Quran and the authentic Sunnah, in this book he relied heavily on weak and spurious reports attributed falsely to the Prophet by transmitters such as Ibn Abi Dunya and Abu Nuaym. Later scholars argued that Ibn al-Qayyim was too great a scholar to have written a book so largely based on fabricated narrations, and so concluded that he could not have been the author. Others argued that he must have written it before he met the great author and teacher Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah, who had a profound effect on him and shaped his later works, which were also based on the books of Allah and the authentic Sunnah. All are welcome to our spiritual gatherings, our confluence of holy souls. We're all equals here. Everyone is free to suggest any changes that will make this a more fruitful gathering, or to take over arranging all or part of any session. In every gathering, there is a moment to get to know each other, what we're each there praying for, what inspirational thought, song, quote we've brought, what's on our hearts. Those who have ascended have different attributes, conditions, from those who are still on earth, yet there is no real separation. In prayer, there is a mingling of stations, a mingling of conditions. Pray for them as they pray for you. In the Lakota culture, Owinja, the star quilt. Owinja means quilt in the Lakota dialect. In the past century, Lakota women have raised their star quilts to an art form much in demand. The majority of Lakota star quilts are dominated by a single star. However, multiple and broken star patterns are not uncommon. The single star is made of small diamond-shaped patches pieced together in 8 sections. When these sections are joined together, the 8-sided star is formed. There is more in our gathering this time about star quilts and our discussion of them too. Honoring all the children that did not come home. Verily, with exceeding joy, with heart and soul, do these oppressed to thine offer themselves up for all mankind in every land. Thou seest them, O my Lord, weeping over the tears thy people shed, mourning the grief of thy children, condoling with humankind, suffering because of the calamities that have beset all the denizens of the earth. Interfaith, multi-faith, why the difference? One might still believe that ultimate reality or God is one, and that ultimately differences will be swallowed into oneness. But right now, in the dust and dirt of the real world, we have to deal with the manyness, the differences among the religions, before we can ever contemplate, much less realize, their possible unity or oneness. At this crucial time in our history, blood runs in American streets from the effects of racial inequality. Do we step in and address the actual issues happening in real time, or we dispute over semantics like immature children? O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord. The dialogue about murdered and missing Aboriginal women is important if we are to build a community we all feel we belong in. It is a hard discussion and a difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this trauma. We can learn how they deal with being traumatized and can draw on their strength. It is too much to bear. You can mute for the next slide. My family's experience reflects many of the themes that our families shared, including the intergenerational trauma, racism, abuse, ongoing economic and social challenges, the issues of lateral violence, our deep mistrust of the institutions of Canada to protect and take care of us, and in large part how systems have failed in protecting and helping my family when we needed it most, re-traumatizing, re-victimizing, and setting us up for the more poverty and even more violence. This was an opportunity to give a voice to the grief, pain, and rage that we as a family were not able to let go of otherwise. After this journey, we are closer and stronger as a family. For this, I am grateful. He is a lamp unto them that walk in darkness, a joy to the sorrowful, a sea for the thirsty, a haven for the distressed, an upholder and defender of the victim of oppression. Bahai. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. Make a list of your friends and invite them to this devotional or a devotional you begin. It is a gift from you to them. The devotional you begin can be as simple as phoning a friend and sharing a prayer with them. They may be sick and need a healing prayer, struggling and need to share is there any remover of difficulties prayer. It is a gift from you to them. It could begin with, before we hang up, would you like to share a prayer? I'm feeling. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a good week. Hope you can join us. Take good care of yourself.